Allotment of the Land by Ginzberg. At the end of 7 years of warfare, 46 Joshua could at last venture to parcel out the conquered land among the tribes. This was the way he did it. The high priest Eleazar, attended by Joshua and all the people, and arrayed in the Urim and Thummim, stood before 2 urns. One of the urns contained the names of the tribes, the other the names of the districts into which the land was divided. The Holy Spirit caused him to exclaim Zebulun. When he put his hand into the first urn, lo, he drew forth the word Zebulun, and from the other came the word Akko, meaning the district of Akko. Thus it happened with each tribe in succession. 47. In order that the boundaries might remain fixed, Joshua had the Hazubah 48 planted between the districts. The rootstock of this plant once established in a spot, it can be extirpated only with the greatest difficulty. The plow may draw deep furrows over it, yet it puts forth new shoots and grows up again amid the grain, still marking the old division lines. 49. In connection with the allotment of the land, Joshua issued 10 ordinances intended, in a measure, to restrict the rights in private property. Pasturage in the woods was to be free to the public at large. Anyone was permitted to gather up bits of wood in the field. The same permission to gather up all grasses, wherever they might grow, unless they were in a field that had been sown with fenugreek, which needs grass for protection. For grafting purposes, twigs could be cut from any plant except the olive trees. Water springs belonged to the whole town. It was lawful for anyone to catch fish in the Sea of Tiberias, provided navigation was not impeded. The area adjacent to the outer side of a fence about a field might be used by any passerby to ease nature. From the close of the harvest until the 17th day of Marheshwan, fields could be crossed. A traveler who lost his way among vineyards could not be held responsible for the damage done in the effort to recover the right path. A dead body found in a field was to be buried on the spot where it was found. 50. The allotment of the land to the tribes and subdividing each district among the tribesmen took as much time as the conquest of the land. 51. When the 2 tribes and a half from the land beyond Jordan returned home after an absence of 14 years, they were not a little astonished to hear that the boys who had been too young to go to the wars with them had in the meantime shown themselves worthy of the fathers. They had been successful in repulsing the Ishmaelitish tribes, who had taken advantage of the absence of the men capable of bearing arms to assault their wives and children. 52. After a leadership of 28 years, 53, marked with success, 54 in war and in peace, Joshua departed this life. His followers laid the knives he had used in circumcising the Israelites, 55, into his grave, and over it they erected a pillar as a memorial of the great wonder of the sons standing still over Ajalon. 56, however, the mourning for Joshua was not so great as might justly have been expected. The cultivation of the recently conquered land so occupied the attention of the tribes that they came nigh forgetting the man to whom chiefly they owed their possession of it. As a punishment for their ingratitude, God, soon after Joshua's death, brought also the life of the high priest Eleazar and of the other elders to a close, and the mount on which Joshua's body was interred began to tremble and threatened to engulf the Jews.